Hello everyone, welcome to my Flosstube Extra, where I'm going to go through all of my potential new starts for the coming year. And this is actually going to be from this coming November 2025 to the following October, because I'll be turning 40 in November, and I wanted to do something really fun and special, and I haven't really had many new starts lately just because of, life. But I really want to make it something special. I've been itching to start so many things. So I came up with this kind of complicated-ish way to go about this, where my plan is to start something new each month. But how I'm going to decide is I've organized not all, but almost all of my stash into the different zodiac signs. Now, if you've seen my channel before, you know I'm into astrology and the zodiac and the moon, and so I thought that would be a fun way to organize things. So what I'm going to do is go through, I have digital charts, I have paper charts, and I have kits. And I have them all sorted. We'll see how smoothly this goes. And it's gonna be a lot. So I hope you're in for a long ride, have a snack, and of course some stitching. I've never filmed this way before, where I have the camera kind of pointed down at the table, but I figured it'd probably be the best way to see things. But again, I'm sorry if the quality isn't, I don't know. We're gonna see how it goes. I hope I don't bump the camera too much. I'm like standing behind it. I'll try and pull in as much as possible. And I think that's all the beginning stuff. So first I'm starting with Scorpio because that's my sun sign and when my birthday will be. And oh, another thing, sorry, I should mention is I'm not going to pick any of these yet. What I'm going to do, I'm going to keep them in their categories. And when it gets about the month before I'm going to start it, I'm going to spin a wheel. And I can do that on my Flosstube, so you all can join me. And it's going to pick which one from this category I'm going to do the following month. And I'm doing it the following month, so I'll have time to buy stuff if I need to buy stuff. I live in Norway, so things take quite a long time to get to me. So that's the plan as of now. And I have a lot of big things. Most of them are very, very big. So I could potentially be starting huge things all next year. But that'll be fun, right? So let's go. I'm going to first go through the digital charts for each category. Then I'll do all of Scorpio. So the digital, the paper patterns, and the kits. And then I'll move on to the next sign and go through them in that same order. All right, let us get started with Scorpio. The first one is a Heaven and Earth Designs chart. And it's a Josephine Wall. And this is part of her Zodiac collection. She actually has artwork like this for every single sign, and they are absolutely gorgeous. As I was like going through these, I was like, wow, I really do want to start these. These are amazing. I don't have a potential start for every single one of these, just for a few of them that are prominent in my own chart. So look at this one. So much detail. I know the Josephine Wall charts are full of confetti, but a lot of detail. So this one is 450 by 565 stitches. So that is option 1 for Scorpio. So next, because Scorpio season is also the one associated with autumn, I have the Autumn Sampler in here by Cooler Design Studio. And so in the printouts of these, it looks a little bit pixelated, but stitched up when you see it, they're gorgeous. Jessie Marie Dove stuff is working on the summer one. But yeah, I really like these. There's just something about them. They're really cute. Okay, next we have Baba Yaga, the Slavic Witch by Stitchy Princess on Etsy. And Scorpio is known for kind of, it's like kind of the witchy sign in a way. It's like the underground, the occult type stuff. So I have kind of my Halloween-y witchy things in here. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna just step away for a second and close my porch door because we have seagulls that are they're absurdly loud. I just noticed them, so I'll be right back. Okay, this one is another Heaven and Earth design called Be Still My Troubled Heart. Hope it's focusing okay. And this one I chose for Scorpio because it has that kind of fallen angel feel. And there's some drama going on there. And this one is 450 by 748 stitches. It's huge. Oh, artwork by Bente Schlick. So, big options, I'm telling you. Okay, next one, another Heaven and Earth Designs. Disintegration by Stephanie Puman-Long, which is a freebie, or at least was for a long time. And this one grew on me, and I've seen somebody stitch it, and it looks absolutely beautiful. And I put this in Scorpio because Scorpio is the sign of kind of death and disintegration, so I thought that fit perfectly. This one is 400 by 396. This one is Poirot, which is the mystery guy from, I think it was Agatha Christie novels, but Poirot is the detective. And this is from the Little Stitcher shop on Etsy. And this one I actually bought because my husband he loved watching Poirot. It was like the older series, but I never really knew who it was till I met him. So I would stitch this for him. And it's under Scorpio because Scorpio is also the mystery sign and detective sign. Okay, this one was also a free pattern. I'm not sure if it still is, but it's Usolva Anastasia pumpkins. Look how cute. Because it's got a little ghost and it's autumn, I put it with Scorpio. And this one, another one by the Little Stitcher shop. I love her stuff. The Salem Witch Trials. And you can probably tell why that is Scorpio now. The witches, the death. And the last digital pattern for Scorpio is Starry Halloween. This one is from Thread Geeks, and the artist is Sagittarius Gallery. And again, Halloween-y will be Scorpio. Okay, that was my digital. I don't know how I'm going to keep these organized, but all right. Next is, I only have one like paper pattern for Scorpio, and that is this autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. Sorry, maybe I'll take it out of the plastic so it's not so shiny. Oh yeah, it has the close-ups too when I take it out. But yes, autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. I've been wanting to do a Hawk Run Hollow for a while. And let's see, this one shows you a little bit better. Let's see, okay. These things come in so tight. Sorry, I hope I don't keep bumping the camera too much. Yeah, there you can see. That would be an expensive one to kit up. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how many kits versus like things I have to kit up it lands on. How much money will I be spending this year? All right. Okay, no, now we have kits. So kits for Scorpio. I have a big bin next to me, so I put them in order. Just bear with me because they might fall as I try and pull them. Okay. This one is a Dimensions Gold. Oh, it is very reflection-y, sorry. But this one is Silent Flight. And, oh, let me get this out of the way. The reason I picked this for Scorpio is because actually one of the animal symbols for Scorpio is the eagle. We think of the Scorpion, obviously, but that's the kind of least evolved symbol of Scorpio. The eagle is a step above that, and then the most evolved version is the phoenix, because Scorpio is really powerful at transformation. And so going through the pain and suffering and coming through stronger at the other side, which is the phoenix. It goes up in flames and then it comes back. But the eagle is kind of in between there. So that is a potential kit. I'm just deciding what I'm going to do with all these kits as I go. I only have one bin. I didn't really think to bring another one, but they're going to be a big mess after is what it's going to be. Okay. Oh, is that all for my kits of Scorpio? Yes. Okay, so that concludes my Scorpio potential starts. Next is Sagittarius. Oh, you know what? Sorry, I did forget one thing. And this actually applies to every month, every sign, because it's like a season, every month thing. So this is a magazine, very old, from 1978, Berta Sampler of the Month. And I saw this on somebody else's Flosstube, and I just really loved it. The colors, something about it. And on the back, it has all the pictures of each month, but they're very hard to see. They don't have any bigger pictures. So what I'll do is I'll just show you, kind of go through them now, and then I won't show them again, but each month will have its own, it'll be in the running for each month. So, some of them are dark, sorry. Probably blurry, but it gives you an idea. Yeah, so I'll put that aside for now. And I'm gonna move, sorry, I'll just move these out of the way. Okay. Yes, we're going on to Sagittarius. Digital charts first, and I don't have any paper ones for this, so it'll be digital and then kits. So, Sagittarius, our adventurous travel sign. So, this first one is called Iceland, and it was from a shop on Etsy called AKX Stitch. And I just love the simplicity of it, the peacefulness. Now, a lot of these images they could go with other signs too. So I just decided to put this in one of travel because, well, I've stopped through Iceland on layovers a bunch of times while traveling. Okay, then the same designer, very similar. They go very well together, called Silence. Now this could very well be Taurus, because Taurus is kind of a silent sign. But again, I just put it with travel with Sagittarius because I moved to Norway and I'm experiencing it. Oh, and this is supposed to be Norway, by the way. Sorry, it doesn't say that, but I now live in Norway, and that was a big adventure travel for me, so that's why I have it in Sagittarius. Now this one is from Danis Pattern on Etsy, and it is the world map. And I thought it was so cute to do for one of my kids. It has the little animals and some things related to the country. I thought that was super cute. And obviously travel related. Next is, ooh, biggie. Maybe one of my biggest ones. Maybe the biggest one. Heaven and Earth Designs Supersize US Travel Shelf Max Color. I've never done a supersize or a max color, so it'd be very interesting if it lands on this. But yeah, this I got because I'm from the US but live in Norway, so it's kind of like a reminder of home in a way. And I just love the colors, and I love the bookshelves. I haven't started one yet, but I really want to. So this is 999 by 714 stitches, 240 colors. Yeah. Okay, another bookshelf. Probably guessed that this is the World Travel bookshelf. Oh, I didn't say Amy Stewart are both of these. And this one is a regular size, so it's 750 by 542 stitches. And my husband and I love to travel, so eventually we would like to go as many places as we can, but you know, with kids and, you know, young kids now, and we're so busy with school and work, kind of been tough, but someday. So that is the digital patterns for Sag. Let me see. Yeah, we'll go into kits. I think I have a couple. Let's see. This one is Wind of the Roofs. It's an RTO kit. And this scene reminds me almost exactly of when my husband and I were on our honeymoon. And we were in France for part of it. And we literally just went and bought like some baguettes and fruit and cheese and wine and had a little picnic in our hotel. And this just reminds me of that. So another kind of adventure travel one for me. Not a super huge kit, but that'd be fun. Okay. I think, yeah, that was my last of Sagittarius. So moving on to Capricorn. We got a bunch for Capricorn. I'll start with the digital. So now in Capricorn, what I mainly did was put winter and Christmas here because Capricorn is associated with the winter season. Here, I'll give you something to look at. The winter season. And it's also a sign of tradition. And Christmas is a big tradition for many people. So I decided to put pretty much all of them under Capricorn. And also there wasn't too much else that went along with Capricorn in cross stitch, just a couple things. But yeah, that's what I decided to do. And that way also I won't be starting, like, I have a lot of winter scenes or Christmas scenes and I don't want to start like a bunch of them at once. So this will help it just stay to one. So that'll be good. But I really love this one, Christmas Lodge. It's Dominic Davidson artwork and Heaven and Earth Designs. And it is so nice. I love the contrast of the blue sky and everything outside with the inside coziness. And such rich colors. My husband loves this one too, and he loves Christmas, and he's a Capricorn. So this one might be a good one. It is big also. It is 750 by 535 stitches. But it's beautiful. Next is another Heaven and Earth design, and it was a freebie in 2023 called Merry Christmas. Ooh, and I just love it. Look how pretty. And this one is 700 by 698. Man, I better make room. So pretty in that giant moon. Oh. So next I have all of these cooler design samplers. So winter is in this one. Oh yeah, I didn't say, but the designer is Sandy Orton. So just like the autumn one, here's the winter version. I hope it's showing up not too blurry. They didn't print out so super detailed, but next is an Artisy, adapted from artwork by Mark Keithley, called Winter Wonderland. Such a beautiful picture. So I had got the smaller version, which is 298 by 222 stitches. But in the image, it does look a little pixelated. So if it were to land on this, I might go back and get the bigger size. But at the time, my thinking was, well, I don't want to stitch in that tree forever. I want to like make it go faster. I'm sure it'll still look great if it's small, so maybe I'll just keep it. But I'll just think about that when the time comes. Okay, I have my other ones mixed in here. So that was the digital patterns for Capricorn. Let's see. Sorry, just trying to get organized. There's 12 signs, so it's a bit hard. All right. I don't even remember where I put my things. Okay. All right, so next is the kits for Capricorn. And I have quite a bit because, like I said, I have many winter scenes. So the first one actually is not a winter scene, and this is probably the only non-Christmas winter scene one in here, which is actually it's a scene from Norway. It's Briggen, very shiny again, but this is the UNESCO World Heritage Site that you can see along the harbor. And basically, this was an old shipping town that was super important for business, fishing, and everything that made Norway possible, basically. And it was a big center in Europe way back in the day. So the reason I picked it for Capricorn was because it was a business place that made things happen. So that is in Capricorn. And it's by Perman. It's a... I'm just looking at the back and now there's nothing in here. Okay, I know it came with everything. It's a kit, and now I will have to find that. Clearly it got lost in the shuffle of things, so that's unfortunate. I'll find it. Okay. Next. Oh, here it is. It just got lost inside my box. So that's good. I know where it is. I'll put it away later. Oof. All right. It's just saying, start me, start me. Okay. This one is a Christmas winter scene. It's very crinkly, but it's a kit from Letty Stitch called Christmas Woods. And it's very similar to Luca S. Luca S is like a parent company, I think, but I've never actually stitched one, or either one. But here's what the back looks like. It's anchor floss. I'm not a fan of bobbins, but you know, it does have a place though for you to, it looks like, put your extra thread, which is super handy because I hate winding, unwinding, rewinding, all that, but yeah. Okay. Here's another Christmas one. Santa's Midnight Ride, a gold collection kit. And does it say the artist? Donna Race. But I love just the richness of the colors in the sled. I'm not usually a Santa stitcher, but I just like this one a lot. And even how they have like the moon back there, and yeah. Let's see. I mean, I don't really, 18 count blue, so navy, Ada. I'm not going to go through all of the specs on all these though. That's in my kit parade. It'll take forever. So let's see. Next is Sleigh Ride. Another winter scene. And this one has always been like one of my favorite winter scenes by Dimensions Gold. Something about the coziness and the horse and the snowman in there. And just the way the houses look and the Christmas tree. And the moon, of course. Oh, blurry, sorry. Oh, there we go. Another winter scene, A Treasured Time. Gold collection. Pretty popular one. But I love the ice rink and all the colors. And there's a lot of details in this one that I think just make it really neat. See little bunnies over there, little couple, and again, I love those kind of houses, so. But you can see, if I had these multiple signs and it landed on multiple winter ones, that would just be too much winter, so they're all under Capricorn. Here's Winter Cabin. This one also very popular or common, but I absolutely love this one. Always have. I just love the coziness of the cabin and the reflection of the river and the animals. I almost put this under, the sign of Cancer because it's like the homey sign. And both, I was like, well, is there anything else to stand out? But so there's a cardinal here, but it turns out both Cancer and Capricorn are cardinal signs, which means they're like more initiative and move forward with things. So it didn't help that both of them were cardinal signs. But anyway, yeah, just stuck it in with Capricorn again so I wouldn't be starting too many winter. All right, next is Bossy Threads, 12 Days of Christmas. And this is a intense kit. It's got a lot of types of stitches, couching. It has a lot of different types of like specialty threads. So this one would be intense, but beautiful. Okay, this one. Winter Morning. And it's just got that like cold, kind of harsh feel, but at the same time cozy or hopeful for spring because of the little animals and that sun coming up. Okay, any more Capricorn we got here? Nope, that is the end of Capricorn. So Aquarius is next. So we'll get out my digital patterns. So this is one of the ones where I could potentially be doing one of those Josephine Wall zodiac images. This one, I hope you can see it okay. Aquarius is what it's called. And this one is 450 by 563 stitches. But yeah, I mean, look at I love all of these. They're just so beautiful. I hope my lighting, I know it's kind of, my light is kind of fading. But it is Norway, so it stays light for a while. Right now it's like 8:30 p.m. actually. But it was a busy day. All right, where am I putting this? Okay. Next one is a Thread Geeks design called Home at Last. So this is Aquarius to me because of how strange it is. And it's called Home at Last. And for Aquarius, they can be kind of on the outskirts of things, and it can be hard for them to find their place. So this definitely says Aquarius to me. And the planets, it's like kind of space is another thing associated with Aquarius. So I thought that was cool. And look at the zebra tree and so much pink. I just think this is a really fun piece. And it is designed by Shauna Airback. Okay, this one is Heaven Earth Designs, Tatiana Hostova, Idyllic World. And this is a max color. But I just thought that was so interesting. How it's just like warped. And that was also Aquarius to me, again, just because of like the strangeness of it. It could be, I can see it for something like Pisces too, but, or even Taurus, but I went with Aquarius. And also, if I was unsure, I went with the one that has the least amount. So we went with Aquarius. And there's like a city, I don't know if you can see it, like it's like upside down there. Very cool. And also it's got like the spacey aspect. Okay, this one is by the same artist. Very kind of similar, that girl, isn't it? Or I don't know if it's the same girl, but it's called A Path to Another World. Distorted again, it's got the big planets. Something, yeah, is going on in another world. And yeah. So now we have kits. Okay. This one, beautiful, gold dimensions, Aurora. Again, very shiny. But yeah, this one is one, it's out of print and it's a bit hard to find, but you can find it now and then on eBay. And again, I put this one with Aquarius because it's got, you know, the aurora, which is kind of like otherworldly. It's a strange kind of thing in the atmosphere. It could be, again, some other signs, but I just went with Aquarius. And for a similar reason, we have the Aurora cabin here. I'm sure you've seen this plenty of times. But because of the Aurora, I put it in with Aquarius. You know what? I think I'm going to move to get better lighting. Because at least when I'm looking at it in the camera, it seems pretty low light. But I'm not sure how you're seeing it. Let me just try some things and I'll be back. Okay, I think that's better. Hopefully. It's really hard to tell. But anyway, yes, this one is a winter scene, but I did go with Aquarius because of the Aurora. Okay. Another Aquarius, a very crinkly package. But this is a Dimensions regular kit called In Harmony. And I picked this one for Aquarius because I kind of think of Aquarius as it can like the lone wolf, kind of doing its own thing on the outskirts, and usually they're there fighting for truth and they see things other people can't, and it kind of ahead of the curve. So I went with kind of the wolves under Aquarius, even though this is like a pack of wolves, but also Aquarius is a very social sign, but more like connections and network type of social, not really close social relationships, but more a big network of big groups. So that's kind of why I went with this one for Aquarius. some more wolf ones. So this one's an RTO kit called Under Forest Coverlet. I love, love, love the colors. In her hair, she's got her wolf. And last for Aquarius is Another Dimensions White Magic. You can like picture them looking in at you like you're sitting around a fire and they're just like staring at you from the darkness. Okay, got through Aquarius. Let's go on to Pisces. One of my favorite ones because Pisces is fantasy, is one of the big themes. So, and I love all of them. So I got quite a bit in Pisces. Now this one though, like the first ones I'm going to show you, there's two very similar, and I would only want to do one, but I'm not sure which one. So the first one is here. It's Bubble Flower, Heaven and Earth Designs by Josephine Walligan. And in this one, I'll show you like what I like about each. So this one, I like the woman, how she looks better than the people in the other one. Oh, sorry, yeah. Whereas in this one, Bubble World, I like what are in the bubbles better, like the scenes. So I'm not sure which one to pick. And the reason I kind of have an attachment to these is because when I was younger, my mom used to tell me the story about a bubble fairy. So this could definitely be a bubble fairy. But then this could be like mother and daughter talking about bubbles. So I don't know. I don't know which one to do. Because I wish you could combine the two, but I love her and her wings. And then that's cool that like there's a big Pegasus bubble right away. But I think what I like in this one are like the bubbles themselves are more colorful, and I like this little scene with the girl in the woods or whatever she is. And then this is just more detail. Like look at this. I don't know if you can see, I hope so, but there's like rainbow water here. There's just so much detail in that tiny place. And the city and another Pegasus, a ship. So I do like the bubbles in this one better, but I don't know. It might not land on it, so I might have to worry about it. Okay. Next we have, surprise, surprise, another Heaven and Earth design called Color Fall Unicorn. I love this so much. I love Sue Klein's artwork. I'm working on one now, and then I have several of her pieces. I hope it's focusing. I think so. But yeah, this one, because obviously it's fantasy and unicorns, all my unicorns are under Pisces. It also happens to be my daughter's sun sign, and she's very into unicorns at the moment. Okay. Another thing Pisces is known for is water and the deep ocean, deep blues. So this one is called Deep Blue Sea. And it's not like normally my type of project or chart, but so my daughter's influencing my stitching way too much. She saw it, I was going through it, she's like, ooh, stitch that. And she's a Pisces, so I'm like, I'll put it in the running. I do love the colors, especially like the bottom, like the turtle and the coral and all the fish. And this one is 700 by 889, so yeah, she better really like it. But no, really, she's influenced a lot of my choices here. Okay. The next one, Heaven and Earth Designs, a mini Little Blue. And I've always loved this one. The colors, how the background is blurred, and like she's in that spider web. In focus, she's got fairy wings, so that's why I put her in Pisces. Oh, sorry. Again, I'm like bending over to try and see the camera here. I don't know how people do this. I'll tell you, I won't be doing it often. I love this next one too. Maiden and the Unicorn. It's so pretty. And there, you probably can't notice, it's hard to notice all the details just from the picture, but if you look long enough at it, like you start to notice a lot of things in here. Like in this dark part, there's actually a wolf over here, an owl here flying, some figures here, obviously the maiden, the unicorn, and then there's like the piper or pan, I guess, and then like a reindeer, some other guy blowing a horn, rabbits running, doves. This is like a person, I don't know, some enchanter up here or something. There's just so much. I love it. I would not be mad if it landed on that one. Oh, and if I didn't mention, so it's by Scott Gustafson, and it's 525 by 331. Okay. Another Josephine wall. Imagine if I just did only Josephine walls. Ocean of Dreams. Obviously Pisces, because it's a water, oceany sign. It's the sign of the fish. But I love, love, love the colors in this. It is so beautiful. I can't imagine the confetti, but it is so gorgeous. And it's 700 by 526, so you'll probably be able to pick up all the details. It's so pretty. All right, big pile here. Next one, another Amy Stewart bookshelf, Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Okay, I can't even tell if it's focusing or not. It's 750 by 536. It's the regular one. But yeah, obviously, all about fairy tales in this, so put it in Pisces. Pisces is the dreamy sign, imagination, escape. This is another one that my daughter influenced because, again, she's really into unicorns, but also Pegasus. And here is, this is called Pegasus by David Penfound. And again, Heaven and Earth Designs, but look at it. I'd never seen this one before, and I was just looking up Pegasus because of her. And she picked, there was a few Pegasus, and she picked this one. And so in the sale, I bought it. But yeah, it's, you can see like the rainbow castle. There's a little dragon up in the corner, top left. Very cool. And thanks to her, I also know there's something, I don't know if it's made up, but she's convinced there's something called an alicorn, which is like a combo of a Pegasus and a unicorn. Don't ever get it wrong with her. It's a unicorn if it just has a horn, a Pegasus if it just has wings, and an alicorn if it has both a horn and wings. So yes, that is a Pegasus. Okay, oh, another one that I'm absolutely in love with the colors, Sue Klein again, called The Perfect Sleep. It's so pretty. I love it. This fairies sleeping with unicorns around and rainbows, and I also love the snowy mountain and that sky. It just looks so fun with all those colors, pastel-y. I don't know, if it doesn't land on this one, maybe I'll just do it anyway. Okay, next is a couple of paper charts. this one is part of, so it's Blackbird Designs, Octopus's Garden, and it's part of the Magical Mystery Tour series. So basically Beatles songs into stitching. So this one is the Octopus's Garden, and I put it in Pisces because of the sea creatures. And there's a fish, there's some fish in it. Fish, fish, fish. So there's that one. And lastly for the paper is Pisces by Nora Corbett. I have all of the Zodiac girls, but I'm only adding this into the running because of my daughter being a Pisces, because I already have Scorpio on the go and she's been giving me issues, so I don't want to have a bunch of them going at once. But this one's pretty much kitted up, I think. So yeah, I'm okay with that one. Next are my kits for Pisces. Okay, this is an RTO kit called Fairy Tales Live on Roofs. And I think it's so charming. Just this little girl dreaming, probably, walking on the rooftops. Lots of backstitch, but very cute. And finally, last one for Pisces is another RTO kit. Red Mermaid. I had to have a mermaid for Pisces. And here she is. Beautiful one with that contrast of the red hair. They have a few of those and I love them. So, end of the zodiac cycle, but now we start with Aries. Aries, okay. All right, Aries, we have, let me make sure I have to separate them right. Yep. Heaven Earth Designs. This is called Adolescence. Artwork by Marta Dolly, I think. And I picked this for Aries. It doesn't right away scream Aries when you look at it, but Aries begins in the spring. And it's the time of new beginnings and new starts and things springing to life. And you can think of adolescence kind of like that. It's like, wow, new things are happening. Things are changing, things are coming to life. And I like how it's like contrast with kind of like the brown dullish over here with like the light airy butterflies over there, which kind of sums up adolescence. And yeah, I just love the colors and the butterflies, her eyes and that dress and the swing. She's like on a little rope swing, which I love that. She's like part girl becoming something else. So Aries. Oh, here's my tiniest one. Oh, this is just a tiny little saying, basically, but I need some small ones. So this whole thing is not the pattern, but see this, those words. And what it is, it's a quote from The Lord of the Rings, the movies, where Sam is making my favorite speech in, is it the, no, it's the Two Towers? Yeah, Two Towers. And it says there is some good in this world and it's worth fighting for. And I put this with Aries because Aries is the fighter, the one with courage and wants to go after things and fight for what it wants. And this is by Darling and Whimsy. I'm not sure if they still have it. I know they did it as a like charity thing where they put proceeds towards what was it? It was for stopping violence against Native women, something like that. But yeah, I love The Lord of the Rings, so I wanted this one in there. And to get maybe one small thing in there, we'll see. Okay, another Heaven Earth Designs. called Venus. And this was a free chart, apparently, for Valentine's Day 2024. And it's 400 by 385. And I put this in Aries because dragons, I think of in Aries, because they're kind of like those fighters and just go for what you want, I would imagine. But I love the colors. A soft looking dragon. Okay, then for my kits, we have my one and only Teresa Wentzler, the Guardian. And as I explained, dragons I put with Aries. And this one is guarding the castle. But I've been wanting to start this one for a long time, but at the same time, I've heard how difficult and mentally draining these can be, so I haven't. But if it gets called, I will start it. But it comes out so good. And it's the kit, so it's got all the things, hopefully. But yeah, that's a beautiful one. This is a Luca S kit called Leopard. Now, I was thinking of putting this in with Leo, because that's the sign of the lion, and even though this is not a lion, it's a big cat. But I went with Aries, one because, well, no, I actually have about the same amount in Aries and Leo, but I think because the leopard, I think I looked it up because I wasn't sure, would that be more Leo or Aries? And it did say Aries, so I don't know. I couldn't decide, so I just put it in Aries. But anyway, because again, Aries is about that courage and just going for what you want. And this one also reminds me of my daughter because she always pretends she's a big cat and a predator. Especially cheetahs, but I didn't have any cheetahs. Okay, I think that's it for Aries. Let's go to Taurus. Okay, Taurus. So this is another one that's potential for my of the Josephine Wall zodiac signs. And actually, I don't think I told you for the Aquarius one, the reason that one is because that's my moon sign. Now, Taurus isn't really any of my signs, except that in my chart, there's something that tells you like kind of what you're aiming towards in this life, even though it's kind of a difficult one for you to get to, but it's kind of like what you should be working towards. And for me, that's Taurus. And Taurus is, well, it has the bull in there, and that's the sign for Taurus, but very about nature, and it's really trying to aim for peace and stability. And you can see that here. The woman there is very peaceful. She's got her family, her children, and it's, of course, very centered on nature. It's also the sign of like resources. So you can think of that as like material resources like wealth or things, but also the natural resources of the earth. But yeah, these again, so beautiful. So that is Taurus. Here. I really love this one. I'd love to start this. It is Bees on Thistle. And this is an Etsy. What is it? It's by Passion Cross Stitch. And I love the wispiness of it and the colors and those little bees. They're so cute. But I put this for Taurus because, again, of the nature. And then bees make honey, which is a natural, well, resource, I guess, for us. But also bees contribute greatly to our food supply. Okay, another Heaven and Earth Designs by Dominic Davidson. Mediterranean evening. So now we take a different shift of Taurus where it's about like the simple but good things in life. Like enjoying yourself at a beautiful, nice restaurant, have some great food, great wine, and a great place, and just enjoy yourself and relax and be present with whoever you're with. That's what I think of also as Taurus. And this reminds me of some places on our honeymoon. We went to Italy also, and just some of the most amazing meals, and just like the simplicity of doing that, having some wine, good food with someone you love. It's just perfect. And the colors of those boats make it all come together. Okay, next is The World of Bees. Very cute pattern by Stitchy Princess. And I'd already explained about the bees in Taurus, but lots of bees, so cute. And this is another of the cooler classic design or samplers, the spring sampler. Now I was debating if I should put this in Aries because that is like the sign of spring, but I think of that as more like the first beginnings of like Marchy spring, where it's like things are just beginning to melt and things are harsh, survival of the fittest type thing, whereas this one is really more, okay, Taurus, spring has come and things are plentiful and sunny. So I put it in Taurus. Okay, Taurus kits. This one's very similar to the Dominic Davidson one, and it's the Dimensions Gold Collection European Bistro. Again, same type of feel. At a little European cafe, having some good food. And it looks like, I like how it looks like it's like twilight or evening with that sky there, so yeah. Lots of detail in this, really. If you look closely, like this whole sign, or this whole store, what does it say? Badiali Claudio, so I'm guessing it's Italian, but a bicycle here, pictures outside. You can see it's like a little, I don't know, antique shop or something, so that's pretty cool. And then inside, you can see a little inside the restaurant, cozy. And again, back to the other side of Taurus, which is the very nature-oriented side. This is Hidden Spirits from, oh, very shiny, the gold collection, but it's an older one. And this one is very connected with nature. And you can, well, I don't know if you can see, but there's hidden spirits in it, like the bobcat or wildcat face in the sky. Really hope you can see okay. This is apparently a buffalo in the rock, but I'm not sure if you could be able to make it out. And then the dog, he's standing at a dog head. So, oh, and there's also, it looks like a wolf head in the rock back there. So that would be very cool to stitch and see them kind of come to life. Another Taurus sunset kit called Honey Bear. I love this one so much. I almost wanted to start this one so many times too. It's very shiny, but it's so cute. Look, so I could have put this like in some other signs, but I went with Taurus because of the honey bear. There's actually a little bee on the jar of honey. So sweet. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. And the next one, I love all these, but this is Luca S. Not Forgotten, and I absolutely love with the colors in here. And Taurus because of the nature, and it looks like she's picking flowers, so really just enjoying the fruits of nature, the resources. And it just looks like a simple place where you're kind of staying in the present, connected to the simple things. Beautiful. Okay, and this I believe is also Taurus. Yes. This is Thunder Ridge, another gold collection. And this one I also love. I just love the contrast of those like yellowy oranges with the dark blues and gray blues. And again, just nature. Okay, what are we on now? Gemini. This is a very small picture. I hope you'll be able to see it okay, because it's a mini, but it's another Heaven and Earth Designs artwork by John Shannon called Bitter Half. So let me see if I can take this in a little bit without going too dark. But this one I put in Gemini because of the duality. And you might know that Gemini is the sign of twins, the twins. So I thought it went well there, even though it could be Taurus just because of the tree, or even Scorpio, but we're putting it with Gemini. Uh-oh, I'm losing, my battery is about to die, so I'm gonna have to pause this again and come back. Okay, I'm back. I charged my phone maybe halfway, so hopefully we can get through the rest. It's like 9:45 p.m. here too, so I'm probably gonna speed a little bit more through these. But anyway, this one was Gemini, the mini bitter half, and I already explained, I think. Okay. Next is another Heaven and Earth Designs. Another of the Amy Stewart bookshelves. Supersized Grand Library. And this one is Gemini, because Gemini is like the sign of information, observation, just kind of taking in as much as possible from the world. Communication, so that includes speaking, writing, can also be reading. So that's why the library is for Gemini. Oh, and it's 999 by 716. And then another Heaven and Earth Designs, A Place of Her Own by James C. Christensen, again, because she's reading. Now into kits. This one is a kit by VDV, and it's called Colors of the Old City. And I put this with Gemini because of kind of the hustle and bustle of the city, and it kind of reminded me of Gemini, just the bustle, and you're there, you're taking in things, getting lots of impressions. And these last three mini kits kind of go together. So if I did these, I might stitch them all together as one, but, or not as one piece, but if it lands on this, I might start them all, because these are little kits by Perman. Again, city pieces where just the vehicle is like stands out and the rest is black and white. So I think this one is San Francisco because it's got the cable car. This one must be New York City. Yeah, I think that's the Empire State Building, the yellow taxi. And this one, London, with the double-decker bus. So I think those would be neat. Very cool to hang up next to each other. Okay, next is Cancer. All right, this has a lot. There's a lot under Cancer. But, so this one, I also have another of the Josephine Wall Zodiac collection from Heaven and Earth Designs. That's because Cancer is my rising sign or ascendant. And Cancer is the sign of the crab, so you see the big crab there. Also a water sign, so you got lots of water flowing. Cancer also rules the moon. There's a big moon there, or I guess, yeah, the moon is its ruler, so kind of the other way around. But anyway, like each sign has a planet that they say rules them, but the moon is Cancer. Oh, and, well, actually, she's a mermaid, which I tend to think of as Pisces, but that's okay. Okay. Now, this one is just a cute little one that I got on Etsy, but I can't find the name of the shop. And this one is just a little elephant blowing bubbles. Look how cute. I would do that for my son's room. And I put this under Cancer because Cancer is a sign of like nurturing and motherhood. And I think of this as a little kids and a little baby elephant. Oh, another big one. Wow, I think this is actually my biggest piece. Whoa. Fairy Tale Cottage charted by the Cross Stitch Studio. Doesn't say the artwork who's by, but this is huge. It is 979 by 737 stitches. Now I thought, okay, fairy tale, maybe Pisces, but then this is really to me more about the cottage than a fairy tale. So Cancer is like the sign of home. And even if you think of a crab, the crab's shell is its home and it walks around on with its home on its back. So homey pictures like this I put for Cancer. But yeah, that is a biggie. Okay. Another Heaven and Earth Designs, Fireflies and Grandparents by Vincent Fleming. I just always love the colors in this, and of course the moon in the house. And I put it in Cancer because of the family feel, the grandparents and the grandkids. And the moon and the house. This one is another by the Little Stitcher, the moon phases. And it's got 2-in-1 pattern. So it's got the moon phases where there's the new moon in the middle, surrounded by the other phases, and then there's the full moon. So you can do both of them. So I don't know if I would start both or just one, or I don't know, but very cool. Okay, another Heaven and Earth Designs. This is Quiet Town by Leonid Afremov. Love the colors. And I think of like Cancer is like a little bit of a homebody in a quiet town, so that's why it's that one. And it's also on the water. Okay, another giant one. Maybe this, I don't know what's my biggest, maybe this one. They're all big. Heaven and Earth Designs, Supersized Window with a View by Dominic Davidson. And again, just that homey, cozy feel. Love that. I just really love those kind of houses. Oh, so pretty. That would be so cool to hang up on your, like if you finish it and hang it up where a window might go and just pretend it's your window. Okay, and then we have one paper chart for this, which is Nora Corbett. This is called Moon Glow. And I thought this was, there's one other that you'll see these two patterns by her are just so different and interesting, and I just fell in love with them. But because of the moon, this one goes in Cancer. So pretty. Okay, now the kits. Surprise, surprise, a moon. This is called Blue Moon by Designworks. Then we have a Dimensions Gold, Guardian of the Sea. And I put this because of, one, the ocean and the cottage with the lighthouse, but also, yeah, because Cancer can be, even though they're thought of as a little bit more like inward, well, they are inward, but they can also be very protective and really stand up and fight for those they love. And so this is like the guardian of the sea, which I thought was perfect for Cancer. Kit sliding. Okay, this one, Riolis. Obvious why that's a Cancer one, nurturing baby. I got this when my daughter was very young and reminds me of her. It's the art by Gustav Klimt. And this kit doesn't have a name. It has a number, I believe. Not, well, obviously right there, 916. I love it. And then another lighthouse, Gold Dimensions of Rocky Point. So again with the sea, and the lighthouse is kind of like protecting, calling home ships that are lost at sea. And Cancer has that nurturing, very nurturing side and can look for lost people and try and fix them. So, yep. Beautiful water and waves. Looks so refreshing. All right, okay. I think this is the last one for Cancer. It's another kit, Gold Dimensions, an older kit called A Row of Love. I love teddy bears. And this is like our family because I have a girl and a boy. And so that could be our little teddy bear family. I love it. But I don't love the background. It looks like some old, I don't know, wallpaper that I don't love. So if I did it, maybe I would take away that and just do the pillows and the bears. And maybe just the bedspread part without like the wall part, who knows. But I love it. Okay, what is next? We're almost done. We just got 3 more signs, but there's not too many in each of these. So Leo. Okay, hold on, I gotta sneeze. Okay. This one was actually a free chart from Heaven and Earth Designs called Big Cats. Oops. Ooh. Okay. So I'm trying to hold it straight. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Okay. Yeah. So, not something I'd necessarily buy, but it was free. And it just reminds me of my daughter liking all those big cats and predators. So this is in the running. It's by Jerry Lofaro. And it's 575 by 766. Oh, and it's in Leo because lion and big cats. Okay, and then Summertime Sampler from Cooler Design Studio, because Leo is the sign of summer and the sun. Okay, I think, yeah, a couple kits. This one's just in a vanilla envelope because it was falling apart, but this is a Priscilla kit called The Lineup of Little Kids in a Dance Studio, which is really perfect for Leo because it's about performance, but also children. And Leo is also the sign of children. And I used to dance, so it reminds me of that. All right, trying to get this back in. A little tight. Oh, sorry. Almost there. I just don't want to lose things because there's so much stuff around now. Okay. Another kit that is by Cross My Heart Ink called Safari Sunset. And obviously, it's the lions. And last Leo is this beautiful Letty Stitch kit called Starbirth. I absolutely love this. It's again something about the color contrast of those deep gray blues and dark blues with the orangey yellows and reds. I love it. So the lion is obviously the main reason for Leo, but also it's called Starbirth. It's like the birth of a star, and Leo is about performing and expressing. Okay, next is, do I have any, wait, is that right? Do I not have any digital ones for, let me just check my spreadsheet. Oh yeah, I only have kits for Virgo, plus the, that Berta sampler of the month, but let's see. For Virgo, I have this Creative Accents Antique Teddy Chart. Again, with the teddy bears. But unfortunately there's a sticker here covering, but this is actually a little sampler, a cross-stitch sampler behind him. And because of the antique feel, it just said more Virgo to me. Because Virgo it's kind of like a perfectionist sign. And the lettering and just like the form samplers were back in the day was, it just says Virgo to me. So I didn't have too many also in Virgo. So but also this little apple is there, and Virgo is the sign of health, good health. So healthy eating. And there's also, I don't know if you can see, but there's like another teddy in there, 2 teddies. Okay, here's another one that just is like, okay, pretty, like getting in the details, like a still life, very elegant, just set up, seems just right. With the lighting and the sunlight coming down, and even like this flower that's here, even though it's like fallen out, it's like purposeful. Yeah, I kind of think purposeful details for Virgo. And here's a fun one. A Dimensions kit called Fruits and Veggies. Definitely Virgo for their healthy stuff. And it's so funny, I was like going through my kits with my daughter a little while ago, and she saw this, she was saying like what to stitch, what not to stitch. She sees this one, she's like, ew, don't stitch that one. I'm like, but it's supposed to help you eat your fruits and veggies. And she does love fruit, but not so much veggies. Okay, And then we have this gold collection, Milady's Chateau. And that Victorian era just seems very Virgo to me. Things were very much about, you know, the looking perfect and acting perfectly and just kind of upholding the detail of that rich life. I don't know, but yeah. This one reminds me of Downton Abbey. Okay, and this one is an RTO kit called The Story of Little Red Riding Hood, a long name. And this one I put under Virgo because it was a little bit of a stretch, but you know, Little Red Riding Hood is taking some flowers and cakes to her grandmother who is sick. So she is helping her better her health. Okay, and last, are we on the last? We are on Libra, which is our last one. All right, let's see what I got for our charts. Okay, we have another Heaven and Earth design, surprise, surprise, called Camellia. Camellia is how I say it. Artwork by Helene or Helena Belland. And I think she's so pretty. Even though there's not a lot of colors, like look at the details in her dress. I love it. And her hair, look how her hair looks so pretty. And the flowers too, and just like her makeup brushes. But I did this for Libra because I kind of think Fancy Ladies Libra. And I also, some of the Virgo and Libra was like hard time deciding between because they both very much value like social elegance, probably the social part more Libra, and beauty. Libra really values beauty. So this one I just thought was Libra. And then we have another little fancy lady in Libra called Violetta. It's apparently a quick stitch, but it's still 575 by 658 stitches. Does that sound quick to you? Why on earth do they call it that? Really, it's because it's a crop of the main one, but not quick. But yeah, I always thought she was so beautiful. She has got those like wings that are like fall leaves, and the lilies and the flowers she's holding. And again, her hair just looks so good. So, and also like Libra is also in the fall in October, and the leaves of her wings just kind of remind me of fall leaves. And the flowers in her hair, so pretty. Okay. Then first we have a few paper patterns here. This one is another other like companion piece to the other Nora Corbett that I showed you. Called Floral Dreams. That same style, and like the pop of color on the blanket, the outline of the woman. They're so pretty. So this one I put with Libra again because of just the beauty, elegance. Okay, then we have two from that Blackbird Designs Magical Mystery Tour collection. This one is Strawberry Fields. Now the reason I put this one and the next one in Libra is because of the Beatles, because they were musicians, and actually John Lennon was a Libra. But also, yeah, so they made their art through their music. So that's why I decided to put these in here. And this one, another one, Yellow Submarine. Love this one. I could also do the Octopus's Garden in this one as well. I did put it in Pisces, but maybe, I mean, I could put it in Libra. I think I will because I kind of need more Libra. I might put it in Libra just so the series is kind of all together. I think that makes sense. So I'll make it that change. Okay, then kit. Is this the last one? Here is the last kit. And then I do have a couple other things I want to show you, but last kit, and this is for Libra, an RTO kit called Engagement. Leo is the sign of couples and lovers. So had to go with this one. Okay, so the first thing, just before I forget, I think there was one that I missed in, was it Cancer? Because there was something on my computer I didn't print off. Yeah, so I'm going to try and show it to you from my computer. It's an owl forest embroidery, free pattern actually. And this is them all together. You can download the houses individually, but it's called Fairy Tale Houses. And I think they're so cute. And that would be under Cancer because, again, of the homey feel. So just wanted to show you that one. Hopefully there's no others I forgot. And then lastly, so what I think I'm going to do, because it is my 40th birthday, I'm going to also start one like big one that I've really been wanting to start in addition to the regular Scorpio one. So also, and I think this went well because this chart, I couldn't really figure out where to put it because it spans a lot of them. So anyway, so this one is another Heaven and Earth design, Amy Stewart bookshelf. This one is the Amazing Animal Kingdom. And I have the colors in this, just like, oh, I love it. And again, like when I had kids, the animal thing like hit me a little more. So I think this is going to be the one that I do like as my birthday start, in addition to like a Scorpio start. And I'm so excited. This one is 700 by 535. Oh, and this is the color expansion. So how I pick which bookshelves I get is I go on and look the website and look at the mock-ups and then just compare all the mock-ups and get the one I like the best. And I just like this one, the regular size color expansion. Yeah, that will be then my first bookshelf. So yay, that's so exciting. Man, I'm gonna have to get more space, storage space. Yeah. Anyway, this was my going through my starts for the next year parade. Yeah, if you've stuck with me this far, you're awesome. And please tell me, what was your favorite? What would you like to see me stitch? What do you hope it lands on? And yeah, my brain is dead because it's like 10 p.m. So I'm gonna go and take a few days to upload this probably. No, hopefully it'll be up by tomorrow. I'm filming this on what day? Wednesday? Maybe Thursday. It'll be up. But yeah, I was just so excited that I wanted to get this done now. And it's fun just going through all the stuff. And this isn't everything in my stash, but it's most of it. And I'm so excited to see what happens. So I hope you stick with me. If you aren't already, please subscribe so then you can like go through this each month with me and see what I'm actually going to start. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.